cricket or a worm, man, you'll be. Oh, look at that. See that? There we go. That's booyah right there, baby. Oh, got him. So I said, Mom. She said, yeah. I said, I'm going to borrow the car. I'm going fishing. And man, don't you know, that day I caught 6 bass off of one little funky looking little worm.
The day you found out you got drafted.
The day I was getting drafted. And
oh, that feels big, man. That feels big. That's a big one.
yes, sir.
Hey, what's going on today, guys? Steve from Salty Fresh, Florida, checking in here with another episode. If you're new to the channel, I'm basically just a guy that's learning how to fish and documenting it here on YouTube. If you've been watching, I got a real fun one for you today. Back in episode 20, when my brother and I were out fishing and filming, we met a guy that's been fishing since he was 8 years old, happens to be an ex-professional football player, and when he was telling me about a secret spot that he wanted to take me to, I jumped on the opportunity to fish with him and sit down and talk to him about his perspectives on fishing, life, football, and a lot of other things. Check it out. Let me know what you think. Let's get out there. There he is.
Oh, baby.
There he is.
I'm on it. I see you. All right.
Oh, all right. Get up here. Booyah, all right.
There we go. That's booyah right there, baby. Look at that.
You called the spot.
Yes, sir.
He long, man. Big old back fin. See you, dude. Woo. Got me on him, man. That's what I'm talking about.
On and popping. It's on and popping.
You knew the spot.
Yes, sir. Oh, got him.
Oh, that feels big, man. That feels big. That's a big one.
Yes, sir.
It's a turtle. Ah, he felt bigger. He felt bigger.
It must have been the grass.
He's not bad, but I was like, he felt bigger. Dude, that's a nice one.
Yes, sir.
All right. Fish number 2.
Yeah, he hit that thing like it was nothing.
Oh, some strong pond fish.
Yes, sir.
That's another nice one.
That was for you, Mom.
That's for
Gently put it back.
I'm gonna tell it that. Oh man, you got the spot.
Bang!
Ooh.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I love it. Catch him on a cane pole. Throw it out there with a cricket or a worm, man. You'll be. Oh, look at that. See that? Wow, he followed it.
He came boom. Oh man. He came out of, oh my gosh.
I turned my head just in time to see that.
That was a straight up strike. Holy cow. Dang, man. What's up? Man. Oh, no. Mom, I tried. See you later, bud. Woo. Damn, he's strong too. Damn. Woo.
Man, look at
Dude, that's a long one there, man. Dang.
I love it.
Dude, you got a honey hole over here.
I told you, man. I told you it was a good one.
Man.
It's like that one day I caught 9. I said, this is the spot.
This is the spot, man.
Okay, podcast time.
Ready? Let's do it.
Pond in the background, you gotta love that.
On in the background.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
All right.
what's up, man?
Hey, buddy.
We got this thing rolling
Oh,
finally,
yeah, I'm
you know?
loving it, man. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, well, I'm sitting here, Rusty Russell, former Philadelphia Eagle, former Orlando Predator,
Yep.
all team, all arena, right?
right, that's right.
Second team all arena.
Yes, sir.
That's
Yes, sir.
awesome.
That's
Tell me
awesome.
about you, man.
Well, I'll tell you what, I grew up in a little town called Orangeburg, South Carolina, and how I got here in Florida was football, basically. In 1991, the Orlando Predators franchise started open. I just got out of the NFL with an injury, but, you know, I wasn't quite done yet, so I got a call, and they said, come play for us. I said, I'll give it a whirl. I ended up here 8 more years. I said, well, since I'm here, I might as well move here.
Yeah.
So I've been here since 1991, and man, you talking about loving it. Oh, it's a great move for me.
That's
and
perfect.
My family. Yep.
How long you been fishing?
Oh God, since I was 7 or 8 years old. My aunts, I love them to death. God bless them. I love you, aunties. I wish you were still here because I'd take them to this spot right
There
here.
you go. Yeah, and that's what we're doing. We're out here.
Yeah.
Rusty told me about a spot that he had, and it didn't disappoint. Didn't disappoint.
Right.
Caught a couple bass out of there.
Yes, sir. It was real good flight. And like I said, I grew up in Orangeburg, South Carolina. And, like I said, fishing is just like second nature to me. I love it.
Yeah.
I get close to nature. I love the scenery. I love just being outside,
Yeah.
I can't stay inside. I have to go. Even if it's just a walk.
I hear that, man. I hear that.
Get some fresh sunshine and some fresh air.
That vitamin D, like we were
Vitamin D,
saying,
that's
man,
it,
that's
baby.
good for you. Keep all the bad stuff away
Absolutely.
these days.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
my friend.
Well, you're a rare dude, man. I'm a stats guy. I'm a numbers
Okay.
guy in my past life, corporate world,
Right.
You know what percentage of high school players go to play on in college? What percent? Have you looked this up before?
Yeah, it's probably about 1.
It's low. Very, very low. Yeah.
It's in the 1% area, I think.
Out of all the high schoolers, right, it's 5%. Which
Wow.
that's the NCAA only, right?
Right,
If you
the
win,
NCAA.
anything past that,
Right.
and then to go on from there, only 2% of NCAA
right.
players get drafted in the NFL.
So true. And
You're a rare
I'm
dude,
proud.
man.
Yeah, I'm proud to be among that number, man. I was the first person in my home state, hometown to be drafted.
Wow.
We had other pro players, but I was the first one to be drafted, and I was proud of that fact, and I held the banner for them.
There you
I
go.
love my hometown. I love my school, University of South Carolina.
Okay. Gamecocks, right?
Gamecocks,
There
yes,
you
sir.
go.
We're having a down year this year, but the spirit's there. Clemson is always on top, but hey, that's them.
Yeah.
I'm happy for them because at least the team in South Carolina did bring home a few national championships.
There you go.
And it's always our biggest competition.
Sure.
Hey, I ain't mad at them. I ain't mad at them.
That's awesome, man.
Yes,
What
sir.
was it like getting drafted? I played high school stuff, no football. Played a lot of high school stuff. Like we were talking, we're both competitive guys, but that had to be something making it to that stage.
Man, I tell you what, man. Just growing up and wanting to do something that you saw your friends do.
Yeah.
And that's how I gravitated towards football. But that day I got drafted, the pressure was on me because I was like, oh God, I didn't know where I was going to go. What am I going to do? So I said, Mom. She said, yeah. I said, I'm going to borrow the car. I'm going fishing. And man, don't you know, that day I caught 6 bass off of one little funky looking little worm.
The day you found out you got drafted.
The day I was getting drafted. And as I was driving back home, my aunts and my 2 aunts were driving. They said, I think my mom sent them to come get me because I had already been drafted. And I didn't know because we didn't have cell phones back then.
Oh, good call. Yeah. I didn't even think of that. I was going to ask you how you found out. No cell phones.
Yeah. So I was driving back home, and man, my aunts were blowing the horn. Rusty, you got drafted. I said, yeah. I said, by who? I said, Philadelphia. She said, Philadelphia Eagles. I said, oh man, I got to hurry up and get home. And then zoom, I took off. And man, that was like ecstatic because that was just a big upgrade for my family.
Sure.
I grew up with nothing, but I never knew we had nothing.
Yeah.
My mom always provided for us and made sure we didn't know we were poor.
Yeah.
Basically, But you know what? And that's why I said anything I can do for her, I will, and I still do.
Right.
She's 81, feisty.
Yeah.
And still she had her leg amputated like 15 years ago.
Yeah.
But that don't slow her down a little bit. I love it. She's still fiercely independent. She won't come live with me because I like my freedom. I said, Mom, I have to watch after you, though.
She got to look after her.
Yeah, but your sister's here. I said, yeah, but you complain about her all the time.
When we first met, you started talking about your family and your kids and stuff like that. Now here
big
you
on
are
it.
talking about your mom. Another rare thing about people is some people, they lose that sense of family. And I think it's something that I struck off you early. I was like, all right, this is a good guy. He
Yes,
give you the
sir.
shirt off his back and he loves his family.
Yes, sir, man.
I can get down with that.
Oh,
so
yeah.
so it was a surprise
Yes.
when you got drafted.
Yes, it was a big
Total surprise, really.
I knew I would, but I didn't know how close.
Okay.
Because my agent kept telling me, hey, they got you in the top 5 spots. I was like, wow, I didn't know I was even in the top 5 spots of offensive linemen that year.
Dang.
Actually, I was number 8.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, okay, that was cool. But he showed me the stats. I didn't put stock into it. All I did was play.
Okay.
Because I enjoy playing it. I love the game.
Yeah.
And, just in the competition. Oh.
Yeah.
They put an All-American in front of me. I said, I'm going to whoop him. I don't care who he is. I'm going to whoop him.
Yeah.
And because we had one at the University of South Carolina. I love you, Andrew Providence. So if you see this, I'm going to tell on you.
There it is.
That I whooped on him in practice.
Oh, okay.
We basically whipped on each other because I switched over from defensive line. I used to play with us alongside him.
Okay.
But I went on the opposite side. I said, you know what? I think the change would be good for me because that year, the years that were coming up, defensive linemen were like a dime a dozen, basically.
Yeah.
But offensive linemen with skills, that's a commodity.
Okay.
I mean, I was fast. I ran a 4.940 at 315 pounds.
6'5", 3 something, running a what?
4.940.
Holy
at the time.
cow, man!
I don't know how I pulled that one out, but
Yeah.
everything after that was like 5'1". I was like, well, I'm glad at least I got the big good time.
We had the combine, or where did
Yeah,
they
the
measure
combine.
you at? Okay. Yeah. Wow.
And it was awesome, man. I didn't know. Like I said, I had no idea I was in the eye like that, but I had an idea. In the back of your mind, you always think, well, yeah, I think I can do this. And just the fact that, I had family behind me and supporting me.
Yeah.
Man, my family would jump into big vans, and they drove all the way to LSU.
Oh.
They drove to North Carolina. They drove to Tallahassee. Wherever I played,
They were there.
And everybody had on their number 76 Rusty Russell jerseys on.
Nice, man.
So I could find them anywhere.
Yeah, that's
They were
great.
always, and then the same thing when the Pro Bowl came. They came to Miami when we played Miami Dolphins, and man, I just looked at that section. I said, you know what? That's me. That's my family,
That's
man.
it.
They're like, they follow you everywhere. I said, well, within reason, yeah.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna drive to California, but
If they can be there, they're
yeah,
there.
if it's on the East Coast, you can
They're
best
there.
believe
Uh-uh.
they will be there. Like I said, the love and support of a family, man, there's nothing like it.
Wow.
It just touches my heart because, like, my grandsons, they're into hip hop and R&B,
Okay.
and they're real popular on TikTok. They've got over 1 million followers on TikTok.
Wow, man.
And the name of the group is called Dim Street. It's a D backwards E M Street. So if you look at them and look at their music, you'll see those boys got verve, man.
I'll have to check them out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. So they made one of the most popular songs of the year in 2018 called "Whoa."
Okay.
Everybody was doing the "Whoa." I was like, hey, look at this. That song, and it went gold.
That's how that starts, right? A
Yeah.
couple people start doing it, and next
That's
thing you
it.
know,
Yeah,
man.
man.
Wow.
So like I said, and I'm just glad that they had the work ethic to, they saw me how I did. Like when I got out of football, I was also a bodyguard, and I worked for several big artists. I don't mention their names because
Sure.
franchise or whatever, but still, the fact remains I did work for them, and and word of mouth got around about me, and lots of people wanted to hire me to do, personal bodyguard work.
You were saying you trained like pretty hard for that,
Yeah,
right?
trained,
Pretty.
yeah, hard.
What was that like?
Oh man, I love it. It's the fact that it's physical. That's what I like.
Yeah.
I've always been a physical type of person, and getting out of football, you kind of miss that. You miss the hits. You miss
Tackling
healing
people?
it. Yeah, you miss wheeling on people, basically.
Sure.
So when you do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and Muay Thai,
Yeah.
then you're back in your element.
Yeah.
You're back in your element. You get to wallow around. You get to, get rough with people, and
Yeah.
to a certain extent, because you don't want to really hurt nobody. But
Sure.
just the fact that you want to stay in shape, like I do 3 or 4 miles walking every day, and then I do
Nice.
my exercises behind that. So I'm trying to see my great grandkids as long as I can.
That's
I've got
it.
three great grands.
3 great grandkids.
Yeah.
Grandpa Rusty.
Yeah.
Great Grandpa Rusty.
Everybody's like, "You kidding me?" I said, "No, man. I didn't get these grades just by living."
That's your lineage, though, man. Those
Oh,
people
yeah.
are gonna be around for a long time.
Yeah,
Man, the name.
Yeah,
Man,
awesome.
that's
man.
awesome.
Yes,
What
sir.
was arena football life like?
Oh,
I never
man.
been to any of those games, but watching them on TV, I always felt
I'ma
it looked
tell you
rough, man. It
I'ma
looked
tell you
rough.
what, when you go on YouTube and look up arena football 1994 Orlando Predators.
1994
92,
Predators.
94.
Okay.
You'll see me in those, number 77. You'll see me
Okay.
in those. And matter of fact, 91 too. I was like, oh my God, they had 91 when I started. Awesome, but yeah, it's like being in a ballroom fight in a skating rink, in an ice hockey ring, basically.
Wow.
And it's awesome because you got dasher boys all around you, and you can smash people in them. That's
Yeah.
the fun part of smashing. Because I'll never forget, I got smashed into one, okay? And it was like, oh, okay. I like this game.
Yeah.
It's only 50
When you got
cents,
smashed
man.
into one, that's when you realized you liked it?
Yeah, because when you're the biggest fish out there and you ain't nobody touching you, but somebody blindsides you.
Yeah, humble you a little bit.
Oh, it did humble me because I'm like, okay, I can get hit too. But from then on, it was on because after that, I knew how to pace myself. Even though it's only a 50-yard field, you play.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah, it's only
Shorter
50
field.
Yard, yeah, short field. But you play for a whole 12 minutes running up and down. You play
Also,
offense, defense.
Less breaks.
Yeah, and special teams. So you don't come off for about 12 minutes.
Damn.
And before you get a break.
So you're working.
Oh, you're working. Oh,
Damn.
yeah. And you learn how to pace yourself. You learn how to the intricacies of the game.
Yeah.
And it's just like it was just the most fun I ever had playing football. That's why I played so long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think you were in better shape for arena or better shape for when you went like NFL combine ready?
Definitely, I was definitely for the arena because, like I said, you have to be ready at all times.
Yeah.
Especially if somebody gets hurt and you just came out and they just get hurt, you got to go right back in. Got to suck it up, Buttercup.
Oh man, one of those. Rub some dirt on it.
Yeah,
you know?
That's it.
Jeez.
And a prime example, I busted my ACL right before the '94 season. I thought I was through, but what I did was I rehabbed myself. I made myself stronger in my quad, so that made up for the loss of the ACL joint. And when, the funny thing, the doctor was like, "Rusty, we got a problem." I said, "Yeah, I know. I tore my ACL." I said, "But don't you say a word, please."
Don't tell anybody.
He said, "You can make it." I said, "Look, man," I said, "pain is nothing to me."
Yeah.
I said, "I want to play." And I played that whole '94 year on one leg, basically.
Wow.
And that's when I made that second team.
Second team.
I felt I should have been first, but, hey. Anyway, the fact that I played on one leg.
Yeah. And still made it second team.
And played at a high level.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow, man. That's impressive.
Most people get, and then after I had the surgery after the season.
You waited the whole season for the
waited
surgery.
The whole season until I had the surgery. And then the doc said, "Well, it's going to be 8 to 12 months. I said, "I'll do you one better." I said, "Check me after 5 months." 5 months I was playing basketball.
Wow.
He said, "You doing what?" He said, "Well, you're okay then."
Wow.
I had my mobility back, my lateral movement. Front to back, side to side was great.
Dang.
And he said, he checked me out. He had to put me through the little ringer to find out if it was really right. He put me on that Cybex machine, the old school Cybex machine that works your knee.
Yeah.
I tried to tear that thing apart, man. He's like, "That thing is strong." He said, "You're ready." I said, I told you.
Yeah, don't question.
Yes, sir. I said, "It's all about the heart you have, man." And that competitive in me just wouldn't let me sit down.
Where do you think that comes from? We were talking a little bit about competitive nature,
it's
you know.
Just the fact that you want to excel.
Yeah.
Regardless of what people think, they might come out and say, "Oh, are you cocky?" No, I'm not cocky. I just like to be on top of my game.
Sure.
You know,
be the best you.
Be the best me, and that was me. I don't care if it's tiddlywinks. I want to win it. You know.
Yeah.
Just like my grandsons when they played when I introduced them to video games, and they would play me, I wouldn't let them win.
Nah.
They say, "Oh, won't you let them win?" I'm like, "No, they got to learn to take the L." And in order to get good, you got to beat the best.
Yeah.
What Rick say? To be the best, you got to beat the best.
Yeah. Woo! That's it.
Ric Flair, baby.
Ric Flair, baby. You want to be the best, you got to beat the best.
He was the best.
Knowledge.
That's it.
Are you concerned at all with, kids these days? It seems like, the lack of competitive nature in some kids is there because everybody gets a trophy, all this participation stuff. What's your take on that, man?
That burns my buns because when we lost, we didn't get a trophy.
Yeah.
Okay? It's like, okay, next time.
Yeah.
Let the kid. I understand it's all in whatever it is. I don't like it.
Yeah.
Because I'm getting a trophy for losing.
Yeah, nah.
That teaches you the wrong mindset.
Right.
Well, if I lose, I'll still get a trophy. No.
Yeah.
No.
But then they don't know how to lose.
Right.
Like you were saying.
Learn how to lose.
If you don't ever lose, you ain't never gonna know how.
Bingo.
And you will lose in life, man. That's why
it.
I tell my son, like, you're gonna lose, and my daughter too. Like, you're gonna lose in life, but the best thing you can do is learn from it. Don't do the same thing again, but be able to accept it. Be able to accept it.
Accept those L's because it's gonna happen more often than you do the wins.
There you go.
And today is a good day. to go through that, because today I'm taking the L.
Ah.
No, really, because, and the thing is, I'm happy. I was happy for you because
Yeah.
I'm like, I told this guy about this spot.
Yeah.
I hope it jumps for him, and it did.
It did, man.
What was it,
Four bass.
Yeah.
Lost two
And you
more
lost
on
two
the
more,
bank.
yeah.
Lost two more. I think I was third cast in, man. I was on
Exactly.
him.
So,
yeah.
like I said, I can take an L and keep going because I
That's it.
know I'm gonna get it eventually.
Right.
Because I'm a winner. You keep a winning mindset, you'll always be a winner.
Yeah.
I don't care who you are.
Yeah.
A winning mindset is a winner in life.
There you go.
If you think you're gonna lose all the time, I can't do it. Well, you just set yourself up.
Yep.
You dug your own hole.
That's
And
it.
You're gonna fall in it hard. So
You
keep
might not
yourself
get
up.
out of it.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's hard to get out. God wants you in there.
That's probably why so many people get caught up in all the wrong things these days.
Yes.
They fall in them holes and they get
Yeah.
into
Try to
whatever
take
it
the
is
easy
they're
way.
into, and they can't get out of it.
Right.
Seen too much of that.
Yeah. You can't take the easy way, because let me tell you something. Taking an L is like, okay, I learned from it.
Yeah.
I don't see it as a lose. I said the L to me is I learned.
Yeah.
Just like I learned from
Learning
you.
L. There
I
you
learned
go.
from you about the Googans. I'm like,
Yeah.
those things are awesome.
Yeah.
You know? Okay.
Shout out
Yeah,
Guggen products.
Yeah, I know, right? Hey,
Let's get some Guggen
there
money.
you go. Hey, we're on it.
Oh,
baby.
come on.
Hey, Guggen did the job today.
That's it. Like, we were talking about Guggen out there a little bit, but they're legit products. The
They
first
really
time
are.
I ever used them, I was catching fish. So you can't knock them for what those guys are doing.
no,
They get some heat out there, but
Yeah.
they're doing well for them boys. So
Absolutely,
that's good.
man. Absolutely.
Yeah. What do you
Yes.
think about football now? I mean, there's so much differences. Everybody's worried about the concussion game. and
Yeah,
what do you think about your kids playing football? Would you, your kids, grandkids, what do
My
you tell them
grandkids
about that?
They did play. They got smart and started studying instead.
Okay.
They did play. I'm just as happy with them because, like I said, right now they're in the music industry and they're
Right.
doing really well. They're selling their merchandise, making a lot of money with
Good for them.
appearances. I mean, I'm proud of them just for doing that.
Living their dream.
Living their dream, and if you live your dream, you can make it happen.
There you go.
Just don't sit there and say, "Oh, I wish I would have."
Yeah.
Go after it, just like you said. If you want to do something, you went to do it. Just like the podcast thing.
Yeah.
You didn't know nothing about it, but you tried it.
No, that's
And
it.
guess what? It's getting steadily successful, more successful, and each podcast you do is getting better and better. So
I appreciate that, man.
yes, sir,
Yeah.
absolutely. Right?
But that's what it takes. People think they got all these dreams and ambitions. If you don't put the work in, you ain't going to get there. You know a thing or two about putting the work in, I'm
Yes,
sure, man.
indeed.
You show
Yes,
me some of your
indeed.
wounds you
Oh,
got
I
from
know.
the work you put
Yeah,
in on
that's it, man.
football.
Hey guys, see?
Oh, man. Ooh. Jeez. You remember how that happened? Or a couple times?
Oh yeah, this happened in college. When I was playing defensive line. I ran into the running back. I made a big tackle, and all of a sudden I felt a sharp pain on my right hand, and the running back was still running. I said, if you don't stop running, I'm gonna rip the helmet off. So guess what I had to do? I had to rip the helmet off, and my finger was still dangling. The helmet was still dangling. on my
Stuck
finger
in
like
there.
this.
Oh,
So. And the referee, of course, gave me the penalty. I said, "Ref, I told him to stop."
what do you want from me?
The ref was like, he did this. He said, "Oh, that must hurt." I said, "Well, you gonna pull it off, or you gonna look at it?"
Jeez, man. God.
But yeah, I did that in college, and and now all of a sudden it's a party trick for my kids. They're like, "Pop out, let me see the finger."
You know what I had to do to get this? Oh,
I said, "You don't understand what happened for this to happen, It's like,
Jeez.
do the finger."
Man.
Well, it's pretty cool. I love it when they come by. The good part is you can send them on home.
Yeah.
I love y'all.
But it seems like, that's the sacrifice for some of these professional athletes like yourself, putting your body through the ringer,
It is. Yeah, the fact that I've had both hips replaced, I've had both ankles replaced. And it's not these are the things they don't tell you about after football.
Sure.
They tell you they just put you on these opioids and hope it goes
Oh,
away.
my.
No. I had several teammates die from opioids.
Wow.
And if they had allowed the cannabis like they do right now,
Yeah.
the CBD oil.
Yeah.
Are
That's
you
what my
kidding
wife
me?
does, man. She's in the medical marijuana industry. I'm all about it. Yeah, I'm all about it.
Oh, I got a treat for you. Anyway,
Oh, there we go. I would have brought treats if I would have known. I should have known, my man. Yeah,
but
we're learning each other here.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. But yeah, I was at a thing, something for the mayor downtown, and a friend of mine, Dr. Hervé, Damas. Giving you a shout out, Doc. How you doing?
go.
But anyway, he said he was looking at me. He said, "You look like you're in pain," but I said, "My ankle is swollen like hell and it's hurting." This was before I had one of them replaced. And he said, "I got something for you." He gave me an edible. And he said, just allow it to work. I'm like, okay. I chewed it up. 5 minutes. I said, man, this ain't jack. 10 minutes in, I said, uh-oh.
Oh.
Okay, it's working. No, really. And the pain subsided. I felt real easy like Sunday morning. I'm like, okay.
There you go.
I said, Doc, was this happen to be THC infused? He said, yeah. I said, well, thank you, because let me tell you, but I was in a tremendous amount of pain.
Yeah.
And like the back pains that I have, the CBD oil, oh.
Yeah. Topical, you put it right on top, or?
No, the drops.
The drops, okay, CBD drops.
Oh,
yeah.
man, and those drops, they give you the best sleep in life.
Yeah.
I mean, it just relaxes you, and your mind stops working. That's what I like, because see, normally when I used to go to sleep, my mind would race 1,000 miles
I hear
a
that.
second.
Mm-hmm.
Thinking about everything that I should have done, could have done, haven't done. I'm like, and it keeps you up. I was an bad insomniac.
Dang.
But man, once I got to the CBD, sleep comes easy.
People underestimate sleep, man, and how much you need and how much.
It's serious.
I'm telling you,
your body will shut down.
Yeah.
I'll never forget. I worked for. I did almost a 35-hour shift with one of my clients. And when at the end of that shift, I said, I'm gonna just stay up and watch TV. I went to sleep with the daggone remote in my hand.
Jeez.
I'm like, oh my God, because my body, I didn't even realize I was sleeping. Because your body knows. Your body will tell you. Just like when I played ball, my body was telling me, okay, it's getting about that time.
Yeah.
Because I was getting up slower and slower. I used to be able to get up and go play basketball and come back and blah, blah, blah. But that came with age.
Yeah.
And with the age came okay, we're sleeping longer.
Wow.
Because I played until I was like 34 years old.
Okay.
And man,
is that longer than most people usually play, or is that like right?
Yeah, that's right. That's for
it seems
lineman,
longer.
Yeah, for a lineman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, for what you're going through and what you got.
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Quarterbacks, like look at Brady. He's 42 and still.
That's right. I saw Miami. I was watching a Miami game, and their youngest guy on the oldest guy on defense was 27, and they were calling him the old man. So now that you say that, that
right.
registers. Yeah. So playing until 34,
man,
at a high level like you were.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. It
Damn.
Was. So I knew.
That's that country blood, man.
That's it,
and
man.
Indian blood, you said too,
sir.
right? I got a little bit of that too.
Cherokee and Choctaw.
Wow.
And like I said, I had to learn about my heritage. I'm like, oh my God, I got it from all ends. You
yeah.
know? It's awesome though. It's awesome because I go back and I traced to where my great grandmother, she was a Choctaw, and they called her Big Mama. My mother called her Big Mama, and then she said, well, she actually got a chance to hold you when you were young. I said, well, I wouldn't know about that because I was just born, so I wouldn't know.
No memory of that one.
And y'all didn't exactly take pictures for me. So
jeez, no cell phones.
Right, exactly. Man, what a blessing those would have been back in the day.
Man,
okay, this is my relative. Click.
Not to get on the cell phone game, but I think they're a blessing and a curse, man.
It is both. They're both. You're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
I saw something the other day. 80% of people, they're within a hand's grab away the entire day, man.
It's true.
The entire
it's
day.
Sad because what I see is people. This is what I see.
Yeah. In a restaurant
or
walking. Yeah, jeez.
I'm like, what happened to the family?
Yeah.
Nobody sits together to eat anymore.
Nah.
Everybody's got a cell phone out doing this.
Yeah.
I'm like, no. My grandmother would knock you across your head.
Exactly.
Are you kidding me? We're going to sit here as a family.
Yeah.
We're going to eat, and we're going to talk to each other.
That's it.
Talking. Not, I'm going to text you, hey, how you doing?
No.
What you doing? Come on, man. That's what's wrong with the family unit, man.
That's it.
We don't have that togetherness that we used to have back in the day.
Everybody's here. Yeah.
Yes. I mean,
staring
if I'm going to do that, at least it's going to be a book.
Of course. Yeah.
And one of my friends like, you still read books? I said, are you kidding? I said, that was my biggest getaway when I was young. I said, I was reading college level material in 3rd grade.
Really?
I was just that brainy, and that's why I graduated at 6. I graduated at 16, by the way. So I always had brain power. That was never a problem. It was just learning how to be streetwise with the other guys.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why I used to hang out with them, and I said, oh, it's like that, huh? Okay. I knew what to do, but I knew what also not to do because they would also do the most.
Yeah.
Like I'll never forget the night I'll never forget the night I turned my friends down of going out. They said, "Oh man, we're gonna go out and we're gonna pop hubcaps." I said, "What? Pop hubcaps?" Yeah, you know, and we said, I said, "No." I said, "Y'all count me out."
Yeah.
You know, I said, thing about it, I always had a mind of my own. I've always been. My mom always told me, you always been a little bit of an empath on people. And I said, that's a good thing. I said, because I always knew who was bad and who was good.
Yeah.
And that night was the night I said, I'm staying home.
Yeah.
And guess what happened? 3 of them got caught.
Get out of here.
3 of them got caught. It was in the paper the next day. I said,
Wow.
see, that I would have been in there.
How old were you then?
I was like 15.
Yeah, so
I said, I would have been right there with them.
and that could have changed your whole outcome.
Or
man.
exactly.
Your whole outcome.
That could have been. That would have been a stain on my family, first of all, because I never want to shame my family.
That's
ever.
That's
And once you have a mind of your own, keep it. Don't
Yeah.
sit there and be influenced by other people.
Yeah.
I don't care if you make $1 million, man. So
Yeah.
what? You earned it.
Money
I
comes
just-
and goes, man.
That's it. Money comes and goes. But guess what? I'm still not impressed by it.
right.
What kind of quality of life do you have? You have people who love you.
No.
You have people who support you.
No.
9 times out of 10, those guys are miserable with money.
Hands down. In the corporate world, like I was saying, I met a lot of guys that had some money and worked a long time their whole life. But I tell you what, they told me they miss is when their kids were little, when they were with
they
their
miss
families.
everything.
So that's why I was like, you know what? Like you said earlier, I'm gonna learn from other people
Right.
here. What they like, what they don't like, but also what I might not want to do when I
There
get
you
into
go.
those
There you
positions,
go.
man.
That's
So
what I'm saying.
I tell you, family's everything.
Oh, it is. It
Family's
is.
everything.
Especially when you have them, they're around you and they support you whatever
Yeah.
you do. And wow, just the family unit. Like I said, if the family unit would come together like these days, man, it would just be an awesome world, man.
Yeah.
Teach your kids, right from wrong.
Yeah.
My mom taught me right from wrong. I
Right.
knew. My grandmother, oh my God, she'd take a strap to you real quick if you messed up.
Yeah.
I knew that. So that's why I was always her favorite, because I wouldn't get into trouble
Yeah.
that she saw.
Yeah.
I was devilish.
Come
I
on.
got into it.
Everybody got a little bit of
Yeah,
that,
but, I ended up being grandma's favorite.
There you go.
Actually, basically because I was her first grandchild.
Oh, okay.
And I was a male, so
Ah.
she birthed 3 females. So
Ah.
my mom and my aunts.
You were keeping the bloodline going,
Yeah.
man. That was your
So
job.
That was awesome. So yeah, and just the fact that if people would just teach the kids the etiquette and just to be cordial to people.
Yeah.
I don't have to like you,
No.
but I'll respect you.
Exactly.
Just like I had some teammates I couldn't stand them
Yeah.
because of the things they did, but I respected them.
Absolutely.
I respected I respect your point of view. I
Yeah.
don't care, a great example. The Trump and Biden thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, if I didn't see enough of that crap in my life, and I was like, okay, I'll say so. I'll play along with it. I'll post some Trump stuff, blah blah blah. I did. I ain't gonna lie, I did, because I did. I wanted to give the man a chance so bad, but
Sure.
everybody saw what happened.
Yeah.
You see what happened.
Yeah.
I mean, the Great Divide happened big time,
Yeah.
and I'm like, what? Why would you go to a rally and say, "Get him out of here"? And knowing darn well somebody's hitting on somebody in your rally, though,
No.
just because they were a different color, man.
Yeah.
Like I said, I grew up not seeing color.
Yeah.
I saw the color, but it didn't matter to me.
Right.
If I liked you, I liked you.
Yeah.
If, like I said, until you do me wrong,
Yeah.
you're my friend.
Yeah. And same, man. Grew up, not seeing color, not seeing any of that
Yeah.
until later. Then it was like, wait, why do
Right.
people think like this? It's
Yeah.
just like,
Yeah.
what? Like,
Yeah.
that doesn't make a whole heck of a lot of sense. But
No.
teaching it early, that respect piece, man. But
yeah.
politics got crazy there, and again, I no one ever wants to
Yeah,
talk
it
about
does,
it because you don't know what people are
Yeah,
gonna,
exactly.
what side people line on. But I like what you said about respecting that other people have other
Oh, yeah,
opinions.
yeah, I do.
But there, you can go down the line of politicians or
Yeah,
religion or whatever, where there's certain people that can't accept the fact that you might think differently than them.
Yeah, and see, that's the thing. They're trying to force their views on me, and I'm
Yeah.
like, look, man,
Nah.
that's not how I see it.
Yeah.
Okay, you like him, I don't like. I said, I don't hate the guy. I hate what he's doing.
Yeah.
I said, look at what he's doing.
No.
Well, he's done more for blacks. I said, where? I said, I'm still waiting to see it, but
Just even making a statement like that, it's like, dang, man, like,
yeah. I mean, I said, you bold enough to make a statement like that to me?
I
really?
know, man.
I thought you were friends with me, man.
Yeah.
Come on.
Some-
I said,
yeah.
sometimes when you do stuff like that, that makes me wonder what you think about me then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, I said, just I'll give a good example. When that thing happened in Virginia, and he said there were fine people on both sides. He comes to me and said, well, there were fine people. I mean, I said, you care to explain to me right now?
Yeah.
Just help me understand how they're both fine people. There's one side that's, the black guy was getting his behind whooped, but he's a fine person, and the people whooping him is a fine person. And I'm having trouble trying to understand that.
Yeah.
Fine people? That's your view.
Yeah.
So I said, well, what do you think about me? Oh yeah. I know why.
It's a tough time right now. I was at a gas station with my family, my wife and my 2 young kids, and some guy, big old lifted truck, one of them kind of guys, yells at some guys out there on the football team. They were collecting money, and he yells at them, "Your life doesn't matter." That's what he said to him. And then peels off like a real tough guy, out the window. Wow. And my kids heard it, 8 and 5, and I had to explain like what it is what he was. And I'm the kind of guy with my kids, I just explain everything. I don't keep stuff from them. There's people that think this, there's people that think that, but that guy's an idiot, and here's why. It's a tough time. And back to the kids piece, it makes it even tougher. But like you said, teach them respect, and keep them close to the family as long as you can. But let them get out in the world eventually.
It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen
because life happens.
Yeah,
it's like I always tell them, life's gonna happen. It's gonna hit you hard.
That's it.
I used to tell my son when I said, I said, when you had it good growing up, didn't you? He said, yeah, I wish I didn't have to grow. I said, well. Life moves on with or without you, my friend.
That's funny, man. I said my mom the same thing. I don't want to be an adult like this. For so long you want to, and then you get it. It's like, I want to go back. Like, let me be a kid again. That's why I'm doing all this fishing, man. I want to be a kid again. I'm telling you.
Well, this puts me in my kids' zone, man. Fishing.
That's it.
Like I said, I have those great memories with my aunties, man.
Yeah.
All the ones that took me fishing, all of them, I love y'all. Oh, my God, it's awesome. Thank you for teaching me the game.
There you go.
And I just took it a little further, though.
Took on what they taught you and then expanded a little.
Because
none
of them use artificial.
Really?
It was all live bait or cut bait.
Okay.
So, like I said, when I learned the artificial game, oh, baby.
Yeah. That's an addicting game, man.
Yeah.
How can I trick them?
Yeah, because the thing about it, I noticed like when I'm using fresh bass wasn't biting no daggone stuff like that, except if you use minnows, they'll come pop you for
yeah.
So they'll come pop you.
Yeah.
And there's my friend Jay I was telling you about. He's on his way.
Oh, coming up with a fishing pole.
Yes, sir.
You want to take a break?
Yeah, let me take a break. Yeah.
All right. Well, Rusty, appreciate you doing this, man. This was fun.
It was my pleasure. It was awesome meeting you, man, and doing this podcast. And like I said, I'm happy for you, man. You busted them ass in the mouth today, buddy.
Your spot, man. You showed me where it's at. You're good people, man. I appreciate it.
I appreciate it.
Yeah,
Love
thanks
you,
for your time.
We'll
do it again.
Yeah,
there you go.
All right.
Perfect. Man, what an awesome day. Big shout out to Rusty for telling me about that spot and getting me out there on some fish, and for taking the time to sit down and have one of the best conversations I've had since the pandemic started. So I hope you liked that one. Catch you on the next one. Woo!